this week, we are going to choose our own adventure. We are going to talk about model routers. Now, this is one of those things that has risen in popularity, and anyone who's tried to build any kind of AI application, AI powered application, has encountered a situation where maybe the model you're trying to hit is unavailable right now. Maybe you ran out of tokens, or maybe, and this is my dreaded, hated use case, that model's no longer available because we introduced a new one 3 weeks ago and you didn't hear about it and you didn't change your thing. And what if there was a system that you could just point your application at and say, hey, give me a fast model, give me a good model, give me a tool using model, whatever, and just make it work, would you? Well, that's what model routers do. So Jay, I'm going to throw this to you first since you were the one who suggested this topic. Great topic, by the way. We haven't talked about model routing on utilizing AI. Talk to us a little bit about the reality of this world.
I think of it as a little bit of a throwback to the past in some ways. I think we've got enough things in the AI world that are taking place where someone might say, boy, that's a really nice, cool story about that toy you have. Be a shame if something happens to your primary model that you're reliant upon. And so I think there's going to be this first grasp of, okay, great. I'll figure out how to talk to this one. If I can't get to that one, I'll put a conditional in. I'll go talk to this other one over here. And then someone's going to say, oh, that seems like a lot more work. It's almost like you're writing software, more software, which means you have more problems. And so I think routing will come into this realm of possibility. And one thing that I tried a couple of weekends ago was Elmo. If you're not familiar with the Elmo project, it lets you just kind of download, do some node stuff. It scaffolds. You put in your OpenRouter API, you put in your other, API keys. It just kind of helps you figure out how to like monitor your marketing brand online. It's pretty clever. And what I realized was, wow, what a great onboarding experience in making it super simple and easy to put in your OpenRouter key. Great. What's OpenRouter? Well, if you didn't know, OpenRouter is one of these amazing new unicorns with, I think they're over $1 billion valuation now. That's the definition of a unicorn, which also sounds kind of quaint because we have $1 trillion, and quadruply, larger companies through, but they've probably processed OpenRouter's probably processed, across multiple different models and providers. I think they're over a quadrillion tokens that they've processed, which again, depending on when you listen to this, that might sound quaint too, but they've done a quadrillion of these tokens in the past year or so. And so I think of it as there's more things that'll probably be flowing through open routers. Maybe there's going to be other open routers that challenge open router. I mean, maybe there's a more open router. It just hasn't been created yet. But I think that that's going to be an essential building block for the next set of AI enabled or infused powered things that people believe are essential for day-to-day business.
Yeah, I mean, it's a menu. It's basically a fancy menu. It's I want to do X, Y, and Z. Pardon the Canadian expression there. To pick things, it gives you choice. It gives you when the alternative is buying down a fixed line of Anthropic or OpenAI or God forbid Grok. Sorry, XAI. It gives you the choice to kind of pick and choose, the latest Kimi models or Moonshot or any of these things, right? And I think, as you mentioned, Jay, it's the model obsolescence these days is going so quickly, right? Opus 4.8 came out last week, I think it was, and already 4.6 is deprecated, right? It's now legacy. And these things go away so quickly because we want to be on the bleeding edge. We want those capabilities. We want those concepts to be able to be played back in real time or, to be integrated as quickly as possible. I would argue that the best thing a model router has ever done, and OpenRouter does this, is, model, you know, provider / model / colon latest, right? And then all of a sudden, every single routing request goes to that latest and greatest model and whatnot. So yeah, it gives you a lot of flexibility, gives you a lot of choice. It can be part of a tool chain, like Go, you can prioritize your tiers. OpenRouter has OWL, which is their text only kind of haiku alternative, right? For example, which is great. It's free, it's cheap. As in, I get 0, 0, right? 0 input, 0 output, right? Kind of thing. And it's great for just doing initial. So then you can kind of do comparisons, and you can look at different capabilities between it. So there's a lot of good work that's been done by these model routers, specifically OpenRouter, that we're talking about right now.